Greetings, it is I, Foolish. Welcome to the weather. I will be your atmospheric teabagging today. I gave up on chasing people around for questions. So I started going through the news to look for something interesting and or funny or even slightly morbid. A long time ago, I remember Reuters used to have this oddly enough section, and I thought they were doing away with it. I don't know why I thought that. Well, probably because they said so. But then I just assumed that it disappeared and then it was gone. And you know, I checked today and it's still there. So I decided that's where I'm going to get my questions from. How about that? Resourceful. Also, these stories are right up my alley because they are super ridiculous. Nonsense. Oh, what to read on first? I have 10 questions. Or items. Let's say items. Well, a couple of these I need my t-shirt for one, because it's the only time I'll be able to wear that t-shirt on video. It's pretty offensive. In the Netherlands, a young lady. She's early 20s. She's a forensic analyst or something's smart. Some smarty pants thing. She created gender-neutral cards. And when I wrote this down, I was like, are we ever going to have gender-neutral tarot cards? I mean, there are some that are ish, you know? Some tarot decks use, just symbols, not necessarily. But, I mean, you'd still have the word king and queen and stuff, right? So, unless you created a whole different system for your tarot deck, if anything's based on the Rider-Waite, like, it would still have page, which, I guess could be male or female, but like king and queen, I know you're supposed to read on the energy and not the specific card. It's not always about a male. If it's a king, it's just that energy. But I wonder if there's ever going to be, hey, we updated the Rider-Waite system, and guess what? Now it's gender neutral. We don't have kings or queens. But then what would you do with like the high priestess or like the emperor? What would you do with that? So I just thought, hey, it'd be fun. My first video back after almost a week and a half. Don't get me started. Don't. Why don't we read on that? I think we're going to do our usual dynamic duo. We have Bonefire. Are there ever going to be gender-neutral tarot decks? Like, for realsies? Like, maybe even perhaps changing the name of some stuff? Or is that a bridge too far? Uh-oh. We don't do reversals with this deck, so we'll just... I always feel like a squirrel or something. When I'm choosing cards, I'm like, This guy, which... Hey, come on! And this guy. Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me, right? Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Three of Swords. You saw it, right? I was all over the place, so it's not even like they weren't properly shuffled. Morgan, come on down, baby. Maybe you can kick in the jams. Let us know what's up. It's good to have my hands back. I worked my way all the way up to opening bottles. I'm on bottles now. After 3 months of not. All right. Gender neutral cards, Morgan. Ugh, this thing. I'm wearing my new fleece flannel, also known as the trailer park cardigan. It's very comfy. I didn't have the color I want, but green looks really good with red, so I thought it would complement my hair. All right. See, I'm a girl. So much for that whole gender neutral. All right. Morgan, are we ever going to have gender neutral tarot decks, like for realsies, like changing the name of like Queen and King and whatnot? What do you think? Ace of Rods, King of Pentacles reversed, Five of Cups. All right. Let's just see. Let's just see for fun. It's nice to be down here doing my cards. All right. Hey, you know what? We can obsessively worry about how these cards are placed later, after everyone's gone home. We don't need to do that right now. All right, we've got the Five of Swords. Swords is the, you know, intellect suit. Wow. All right. A hostile environment, bullying, hollow victory, too much loss by achieving the win, winners and losers, ungracious winner or sore loser. Wow. Wow. All right. Win or gain power at any cost, contempt for playing by the rules, not caring who gets hurt or what is destroyed in the process. Man, all right. Unfair advantage. And how convenient, the next card is Six of Swords right here. In transition, passage, not there yet, on a journey. Moving from unsettled to settled, turmoil to calm, chaos to stability, partial knowledge to full understanding, negative to positive. I have some thoughts about that. Taking what you've learned or your current beliefs with you as you move forward. I don't like negative or positive. To me, you know, I just feel like the way I feel about it should not necessarily determine whether something is good or bad. Let me just do the reading, and then what I'll probably do is a separate video about it. I have some pretty strong thoughts about it. I've actually, I enjoy a high level of freedom because I don't evaluate things as negative or positive. Three of Swords. Emotional pain and distress caused by mental anguish may be connected to uncovering a lie, betrayal, hurtful or malicious words, hearing about cruelty or injustice, heartbreak, sorrow. All right, so listen, I'm telling you, and you saw it. I picked three cards, like, I'm kind of a little, I kind of have a little bit of the heebies about how those all ended up being like 3, 5, 6 of swords, but that's fine. I'll get over it. Ace of wands. New excitement or enthusiasm. Passion ignited. Go for it. Burning with energy. Motivation, inspiration, creative spark of energy. Starting a new project or endeavor. Take action. Do it. Move. An opportunity for growth. You know, it would be funny if somebody did a tarot deck of where the kings were women in drag and the queens were men in drag. That would be hilarious. If you ever do that, you owe me a set of that deck, because really you would have stolen the idea from me. Why doesn't RuPaul make tarot cards? Remember, I said that. I swear if I ever see it, I don't know what I'll do, because I don't know who you are. Materially driven, too much focus on money. Expects or demands excessive work from self or others. Poor asset management, corruption. Corruption, all right. Let's take it down a notch. Okay. 5 of Cups. Man, this is getting way heavier than I expected. Grief, sorrow, mourning a loss. Disappointment, regret, or upset about a past occurrence. Crying over spilt milk, quote unquote. Depression, prolonged gloom. When you focus on the negative, it's hard to see anything positive. Well, you know what? I don't have that problem, and I'll tell you why. I practice equanimity, so here's what I'm saying about this reading. I think this reading is not about the gender neutral cards. I think this reading is speaking to something deeper, and as soon as I find out what that is, I'm going to come back and do maybe do an addendum to this video. And when I figure it out, then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to give my thesis statement on it. Well, I promised an addendum. This thing about the gender neutral cards, like, are we going to get gender neutral tarot cards? I think the takeaway from it is it's not just changing the names. It's a much deeper issue, and it would maybe not even be worth it. 2, probably be better just to create one's own kind of system, I guess, and leave the original as it is. Because the amount of basically shitstorm, I guess is what I'm saying. There's nothing stopping anybody from making their own tarot deck. I've seen people do it. I see people using their own tarot deck. So no, I mean, there's no real reason why one couldn't create one for oneself, but like, and maybe perhaps to mass market it. But you'd have to come up with, you know, completely new card, you know, like you'd have to find something that has the same meaning as the Empress, but then use a completely different word. So I think that would be a really fun project. I think that I would probably buy something like that if it's not already out there, but like I didn't see anything like that. Except for like, you know, decks that only use symbols and stuff, and they also do not use the words from the Rider-Waite. There could be one based on the Rider-Waite, but again, you're talking about renaming the card. So basically what I thought was going to be just like some ridiculous... I don't mean that the girl that created the playing card, she actually substituted silver, gold, and bronze for the Jack, Queen, and King. I'm not saying she's ridiculous or that the idea was ridiculous. I'm saying when I say something's like ridiculous or it's nonsense, it means that it's not. It's not. It's a news story or an event that is lighthearted. It's not super serious. It's not. But I believe what I was asking, I think it is super serious, and I think that's why the cards came out the way they did. Is just like, man, why this is not a fight that needs to be fought. I didn't realize it would be a fight until, of course, I got the cards, and now I get it. Like, now I understand. It's it would probably cause a complete shitstorm. But if somebody wanted to quietly make their own and just come up with different words all and just not say anything like, I'm doing this because rider weight, this and that, you know, if somebody did that, I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. Okay. That's my addendum. I will see you at another time.